What is going on, guys? Drew YGO back with another deck profile, and today we are going to be doing at Ignister, whatever you want to call it. This is also going to be a combo tutorial video, so I will have a timestamp down in the description if you just want to go ahead and skip to the combo tutorial first. Then you can come on back to the beginning of the video to get the deck profile. So pretty much this deck is an Arrival Cyberse at Ignister Turbo, in that there is a 1-card combo that can go directly into this card. It will become 5,000 attack and is unaffected by card effects. So pretty much the combo starts off with Picari or Achichi. So just as long as you get one of those cards in the hand, you're golden. And we do have a lot of ways of getting those cards to the hand. We do play a lot of 3-ofs, so we got the Pot of Desires, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just go ahead and get started. We're running 1 copy of Nibiru because we got the 3 copies of Crossout Designator. You want to be able to have at least 1 copy in this deck so you can banish it if your opponent tries to use Nibiru against you, because you will be summoning a lot in this deck, so having this as a way to kind of protect yourself from that hand trap is very, very good. Next, we got 1 copy of Gachiri Ignister and 1 copy of Donmari Ignister. Donmari is part of the combo in that you do want to eventually dump it into the graveyard at one point, because it does have the effect in the graveyard where you can banish it, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn. And that is a quick effect too, so getting this in the graveyard is really, really nice. Next, we have 3 copies of Picari Ignister. Again, this is your main combo starter. I'm not really going to get into the effects because I will explain it all as we go along with the combo tutorial, so I'm just going to kind of speed through this. Next, we got 3 copies of Doyon Ignister, 1 copy of Bururu Ignister, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 copies of Achichi Ignister, 1 copy of Hayari Ignister, 3 copies of Effect Veiler, excuse me, 3 copies of I Meet You, 1 copy of Eye Contact, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Fighting Spirit, 2 Pot of Desires, 3 Signet Mining, 1 Pot of Prosperity, 1 Idol Reborn, 1 Called by the Grave, 3 Crossout Designator, again to protect yourself from hand traps, and 3 Ignister Island. That's it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. We got 1 copy of Wind Pegasus Ignister. It does have an effect in the graveyard, just like your Donmari up here, that you can banish it from the graveyard, then target a card your opponent controls and shuffle it back into the deck. 1 copy of Light Dragon Ignister, 2 copies of Dark Infant Ignister, 1 copy of Linguribo, 1 copy of Fire Phoenix Ignister, 1 copy of Dark Templar Ignister, 1 copy of Transcode Talker, 2 Splash Mage, 1 Link Spider, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Cyberse Wicked, and finally, the centerpiece of this whole deck is 1 copy of the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister. So that's the deck list. It requires no further elaboration. We're just going to go ahead and get into the combo tutorial, so I will meet you there. Alright guys, we're here in Edo Pro again, fighting the AI, and of course, as always, it wouldn't be a Drew YGO video if we weren't dueling the Blue Eyes, the Blue Eyes AI. So, we did open up with a good hand in that we have Signet Mining. So, to start the combo, you either need the Light type Ignister or the Fire type Ignister. So, we're going to go ahead and activate Signet Mining, and we're going to ditch this card right here, because you don't really need it. For this tutorial, we're going to do Picari. So we will normal summon our Picari, and then activate its effect. To add an AI spell or trap from our deck to our hand, we're going to add I Meet You. Alright, and after we do that, we will Link Summon into Dark Infant. Using our Picari, we will activate his effect to add Ignister Island. we'll go ahead and activate that. So Ignister Island pretty much lets you special summon another Ignister monster, just as long as you haven't special summoned a monster with that attribute, and you have to not have any cards in your main monster zone. So because we don't have any cards in the main monster zone, just in the extra monster zone, we are able to use Ignister Island. So after that, we will activate I Meet You, and we will reveal the fire type Link monster in our extra deck and add Achichi. So we will activate Ignister Island and special summon the Achichi. We will activate, and normally you would add Doyon here. We do already have one, so we will go ahead and add the Doyon. Next, we will link summon into Cyber's Wicked. Next, we'll activate Ignister Island again to special summon our Doyon. We'll activate Wicked, Chainlink 1, banishing our first Dark Infant. And then Chainlink 2, we will activate Doyon. So, this is very important. You have to add back the card that you normal summon. So, if you added back your Achichi, you would not be able to special summon it because we have already used Fire and Dark. So, we will get our Picari back. And we will add from our deck to our hand Bururu off of Cyber's Wicked's effect. Next, we will link summon into our Transcode Talker and activate Doyon's effect in the grave to add I Meet You back to our hand. Alright, so next we will activate Ignister Island again to special summon our Bururu. Bururu will activate, dumping one card from our deck to the graveyard, and we will be dumping the Donmari. Next, we'll activate Transcode Talker to get a Link monster back from the graveyard to a zone it points to. And finally, we will link summon into our Dark Templar. We'll activate Ignister Island again to summon our Picari. Using Picari, we will then link summon into our Dark Infant. Make sure you summon it right here. Now you cannot, and I can't stress this enough, you cannot link summon your Dark Templar over here. It has to be over here, and you have to put your Dark Infant in the center column. Chainlink 1, we will activate our Dark Templar. Chainlink 2, we will activate Dark Infant to move it to the adjacent zone. This way, off of Dark Templar's effect, you can summon 3 monsters and not 2. So we will change Dark Infant's attribute, and I would pick Divine here, but it's up to you. Now we are going to summon our Picari, Bururu, and Achichi. I like to remember it as red, gold, and green, like Karma Chameleon. Let me know in the comments if you guys know that song. So now, we can link summon here, but we won't quite yet, because first we will synchro summon our Wind Pegasus using our Bururu and our Picari. Bururu will activate to special summon one of its synchro materials. We'll get our Picari back. Next, using our Wind Pegasus and our Picari, we will make Splash Mage. Activate Splash Mage, and get back your Picari. How about that? Now finally, we will link summon our Arrival Cybers. And there you go, that's the combo. Now we have a 5,000 attack monster that is unaffected by card effects. It must be destroyed by battle. So, we do take damage off of I Meet You, but that's totally fine. It's gonna ask us every time if we want to activate our Donmari in the graveyard. So the AI is going to try and destroy us, but like I said, he is completely unaffected by card effects. If he wants to get rid of it, he has to destroy it by battle. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to activate Ignister Island to special summon an Ignister from our hand. And normally, off of Picari, we would add a Fighting Spirit, but we don't have to. So we'll go ahead and activate Fighting Spirit, and we'll get our Dark Templar from the graveyard. Now, because it is a Link 3 and we have one other monster, we can make the Link 4 Access Code Talker. We'll activate Access Code Talker, targeting our Dark Templar in the graveyard. And then now it has 5,000 attack, so we can just get to poppin', right? We can banish our Dark Infant. Get that guy. We can banish Splash Mage. Get this guy. And now we can just swing for game. And that is the combo. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a really, really cool one. I really do like the Ignister cards because the actual main deck monsters are super cute to me. And just going into a big boss monster that's unaffected by everything. I tried this against the Sword Soul AI, against the Sky Striker AI. And having Crossout Designator in the deck does make it really, really good and protective against hand traps. So all in all, this is a really powerful deck when it can pop off. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you would change, what you would take out, what you would put back in. And this has been Drew YGO. Until next time.